So I want to discuss why you shouldn't implement tactics without a strategy.
YouTube's not going to teach you strategy, same as ChatGPT or any other AI tools. It's informed by experiences. It's informed by understanding the platforms and understand what you can do with them.
It's about implementing things that aren't right for your business at all and expecting results. And I think a lot of times people end up feeling scorched by digital marketing because they didn't get the kind of results they were expecting to see, because they were sold this sort of dream or lie, and then they've got a bad taste in their mouth the next time they decide to hop on the digital bandwagon.
The gimmicks don't work, and if they do work, they work for a short period of time. If it was that easy to do, your competitors are going to do the same. And in terms of being scorned or burnt from a bad experience, that is difficulty. One bad experience, platforms written off. They are not decisions informed by data.
You've actually got an article out on this, is that digital marketing is a grudge purchase. And this is sort of what leads to that. It's trying things sort of a shot in the dark, very blindsided, and not getting the results you're expecting to see. And that also comes from not understanding what results this tactic would lead to. And that's why you need a strategy.
Yeah.
You'd know exactly what kind of result you need for your business because you've looked at your outcomes and what you want as business and taking that forward.
Gone are the days when you threw things on the wall and said, I wonder what's going to stick. You know,
Yeah.
I think your audience is a lot smarter. The way you get to them is a lot smarter. Therefore, the plan to kind of execute needs to be well thought through. We're not pulling things out of thin air. You know, we're working from what you're trying to achieve as a business and what your KPIs or deliverables look like, and moving that to a strategy and how we articulate that particular business objective.
Yeah.
I think we can't just go out and implement nothing.
I mean, what you're saying with the audience being smarter is actually your competitors are smarter. So, you know, gone are the days where it's more about budget than it is around strategy. You can have a small business that's a fraction of the size of its competitor that's competing head on purely because its digital strategy is correct. And that's the beauty of it. It levels the playing field.
Yeah.
But ultimately it comes down to gimmicks versus tactics versus strategy.
Yeah, and gimmicks look a lot like tactics if you don't know what you're doing.
Touching on that, it's how, you know, the rise of the TikTok and Instagram influencers really came about because of the strategy, utilizing the right tactics.
Yeah.
Brands before could throw tons of ad budget behind things and get the exposure they needed, but people have worked out with a strong strategy and very little budget, you know, you actually just gave the right content to the right people and became a sensation on whatever platform you're on. And, you know, that had absolutely nothing to do with ad budget.
Yeah.
I mean, content creation has changed fundamentally. It's gone from over-engineered and overproduced to very raw and high levels of authenticity.
Yeah.
You know, genuine content is received a lot more. The platforms like TikTok reward authenticity. And that is how it should be, because they social networks are always about creating conversations.
I think customers respond better to the authenticity. They feel like they're getting honest reviews when they look at influencers now, especially on TikTok. It feels more trustworthy than seeing someone very glamorized on Instagram telling you to buy something.
I think the problem with tactics is somebody could have a well thought through tactic, but everybody wants to jump on it because it's doing well for one particular person. And I think that's why that strategy becomes important is I saw this person, you know, use a macro influence on TikTok, and maybe it did work for their brand for whatever reason. Doesn't mean it carries out to every brand or everybody in that particular industry. And I think that without a strategy, that might not work for you and your brand and the audience that you have.
For sure.
And, you know, we do this thing where we take it from one person and go, we're going to copy and paste this across everybody else in the same industry. But that's why you need a strategy. That's why you need a marketing agency. That's why you need the experts to sit and be able to break it down for you as to why that is not achievable for you on that particular platform. Each platform has its constraints, I guess, to an extent.
Absolutely. Or, you know, was that influencer the right influencer for your brand? You know, is the general viewer of that influencer the person that's actually going to be buying your product?
This is the exact reason you don't DIY your plumbing. Some things you just do done well the first time.
I tried once.
Well, besides for the fact that there's a legal constraint around that. So I think that's also the thing in digital marketing is anyone can do it.
Yeah.
So as much as we don't like gimmicks and as much as there should be a strategy deployed, doing something is better than doing nothing.
I'm Andile Wafawada. Let's chat.